Yeah. Hi, I'm Katie Thurston. I have been in the UK for about a year. I have the pleasure of leading our digital strategies team here. Before this, I was in Germany for 16 years working with our student ministry. And as you might guess from my accent, grew up in the US, but I haven't lived there at all in my adult life. The main thing that we want is for people to experience Jesus and have a chance to know him. We know that the digital space is some place where people spend a lot of their time. It's a place that we can connect with people who we wouldn't otherwise see coming into our churches or interact with in our regular lives. I think one of the biggest challenges in the digital space is the noise. There's so many voices, everybody's trying to be heard, and they're competing with a lot of loud voices. Just makes it hard to get our content in front of people's eyes. Getting people's attention in the digital world is hard, and keeping it is even harder. So we work hard to make content that's engaging and to offer people steps that make sense in our digital journeys. I was connecting with a girl a couple months back who lives in Pakistan, but she's originally from Birmingham, where I live in the UK. And we don't exchange personal details, so the most I know about her is that she came from Birmingham originally. But her parents still live here. They could be my neighbors, and I would never know it. I could meet her. She could be the person that I sit next to on the bus. But she wrote into the mentor ministry through a site that we run out of Canada called Issues I Face. Wrote in because she was experiencing some mental health issues, depression and self-harm, and just needed someone to talk to. And I ended up having a great conversation with her over a couple of months. She told me towards the beginning that these sorts of things aren't safe to talk about in her community. People don't talk about mental health in the community that she comes from, and she doesn't know anyone else that she can talk to about these things. So in her case, because I was at a distance, because she's someone who I don't know personally, she felt more able to open up to me, and I was able to help her through a difficult time and point her towards Jesus. And she's somebody who I could meet on the street and would never know it. But right now she's a student in Pakistan and is far away from Christian community. So I had another mentee recently through the mentor ministry who lives in the United States. Wrote in through one of our websites, and she is a former trans man, recently became a follower of Jesus because of some videos that she had seen on YouTube, and somehow landed on our site and wrote in to talk to a mentor. And she shared with me that she's been in the middle of a detransitioning process, has a lot of questions about what that means for her faith, how to do that walking with Jesus. But got to hear about her journey, getting to meet Jesus, and she told me she had seen these YouTube videos and just felt like she really experienced God through that. The video prompted her to pray a prayer, and she did, to put her trust in Jesus for the first time. She immediately turned around and told her partner, who also became a Christian, and then they were so enamored about this Jesus that they'd met, that they invited everyone they knew to come and watch this YouTube video with them, and they've seen several friends come to faith. And she wrote me and said she doesn't know anyone else who's a Christian, doesn't know where to look for a church in her community, and maybe doesn't know where to start, and doesn't know if she would be welcome there. I hope that she would be, but I can be a friendly voice and someone to pray with her and walk with her through her questions from across the world. And to help her learn how to share her faith and grow roots deep in her faith with Jesus. We say a lot on our team, behind every screen is a person, behind every person is a story, and every story matters to God. And I love those moments where I get to see that's really true.